What's up? How's everyone doing? All right, I just put out that I'm live everywhere. I'm going to turn my music down a little bit. Yo, so how's everybody doing on this? I don't even know what day of the week it is, to be honest. Today's Wednesday. I've gotten to the point where days of the week are like kind of irrelevant. How's everybody feeling today? If everybody is here in chat, type 1. So the Pump.fun token is launching soon. I can tell you guys exactly how I'm planning on playing it. I've been thinking about it all morning. So the Pump.fun token is actually super interesting. And you know, there's a lot of things to talk about there, but what's funny is I talked to Elon on the phone and I was like, I don't want to launch a token, but I probably should have just done that. I should be streaming on Pump.fun right now. I'd probably be the best streamer on that shit right now. What's up, Sick Ed and Designed and everyone from YouTube? Dude, there's always so many people from YouTube that pull up. What's up, Swifty? So couple things. First of all, I think that everything is gonna dump when the Pump.fun token launches, and so I think you have multiple different ways to approach it. One, you buy the Pump token and you try to just play that. 2, you short the Pump token. 3, you short other memes when the Pump token launches because they're all gonna dump. So I would short like Fart Coin and Launch Coin. And then the last thing is to not short or do perps on anything and wait until the Pump token launches and then buy dips on other memes like Useless and Fart Coin. What about ETH coins? Well, I feel like ETH is going to be very unaffected by what happens on Sol. But yeah, the thing is that I feel like people are expecting a big airdrop, and I don't think that the airdrop is going to be as big as people think. You have to think about how many people traded meme coins in the past however long since Pump.fun launched. Hundreds of thousands of people. That number is diluted amongst everyone. Well, it depends on how that's going to be distributed. You have to think that the devs, the people that launched the tokens, are also going to be getting they're also going to be getting some sort of airdrop because you know that they love to incentivize people to launch tokens. Oh yeah, you can watch streams on TVs. That's fire. Yeah, I do that sometimes. But yeah, so I think there's like a lot going on with the whole Pump.fun thing. And I am going to short memes and then just buy spot. Like the one coin that I'm looking at buying more than anything else is useless. Uh that's gonna be like my big play, I think. Is I'm just gonna wait until useless absolutely dumps, and then I'm going to ape that with size. It dumped pretty hard last night too, and I did actually I bought the bottom of useless, but I didn't have a lot of money in my trading wallet because I honestly have been getting rinsed on chain the past week, and it all started with the rich token. Like after that rich token launched and I got cooked, it wasn't even like that bad of a loss. Like I lost 80 soul, but it was just the way that it went down that really pissed me off. Like these days, if you ever say to yourself like, "Oh, you know, insert insert this influencer or whatever," like they're not going to let the coin die. You can never you can't say that again. And like so I was looking back at my past performance on chain recently, and I have actually not really had. It was two trades that completely fucked me, which is just like part of the game. I lost 330 soul on XBT. Don't know why I was in that car in that coin so large. Like I guess I just thought that it was gonna bounce and it just never did. And then I lost 80 on Rich, and I'm like, oh yeah, like both of these coins were basically like hard shilled by influencers, and they were like rugs. Like they actually rugged so hard. And I'm not blaming anybody, but these days it's like coins only seem to move when influencers talk about them. And that's like a double-edged sword because more than half the time they're literally rugging to zero. They'll have like a couple good pumps and they'll look great, and then they just go straight to fucking nothing. And it's not even really at fault. Well, I don't know. It depends on the coin, but I'm saying like most of the time, like it's not directly influencers that are pushing it that are the reason why the coins are dying. But I was looking at my shit and I'm like, man, like I did not trade that bad outside of those two coins. Those two coins like completely fuck. I mean, whatever 400 soul is like 50 or $60,000. Like, dude, that was yeah, like 60K basically. Without those two trades, without losing those two, it would just be like it would be night and day. Like it'd be totally different. But I think it comes down to like the meme coin market right now is really good if you're trying to turn like 5 soul into 25 soul, but it's not good if you're trying to turn 100 soul into like 500 soul, if that makes sense. Like you're better off aping into a coin with 5 soul at 200K and hoping that it goes to like a million or 2 million than you are aping 100 soul into a coin at 2 million and then hoping that it goes to 10. Because you take on like way less obviously you put less money up, you take on way less risk. So yeah, on chain, dude, on chain has been so weird, like so weird. And I feel like it's going to get even weirder now that the Pump.fun token is going to be launching soon. So yeah. But um I basically haven't taken a day off of streaming. Well, streaming I have, but like I haven't taken a day off of trading and being clocked in to the market or anything in like 5 or 6 years pretty much. Damn, my video that I posted today did not pop off. Can't wait to get your $1 airdrop. Yeah. So I've done like probably 40, 50, 60 million dollars in volume, and I am not even really I don't even know, I don't even know what to expect. What are the best free apps to show wallet PNL, to find wallets, to add to tracker? Uh GMGN. Are the trenches still good? Not much liquidity compared to last year. Yeah, so there's definitely less liquidity for sure. Less liquidity, um, less creativity, and yeah, there is like less of an edge. It's I'll say this, like I definitely had an edge all of last year. My edge has diminished a good amount over the past like 5 months or so. But there is still money to be made. It's just like anything else. Like it's hard. GMGN doesn't show the PNL properly. I mean, use that. Cielo, Axiom. There's a bunch of different like PNL trackers. Too many extractors selling? Well, no. So I'll tell you exactly what the issue is. You have to think of crypto Twitter as you have to. So yeah, I'll tell you exactly how it is. You have to view crypto Twitter and the meme coin space as basically a collective herd of sheep where everybody, like let's say that everybody is very excited at one given point, then everyone will be aping lots and lots of money. And if people believe that they can make money, and if they're believing in these tokens and everyone is holding, then there's going to be a lot more money to be made, because the more people hold tokens that have strong narratives that everyone has kind of understood, like this is the meta, then those tokens within that meta, that category, are going to go up. That's what happened with AI. And then once you get into this thing where everyone's mindset is like, oh, well, what's the meta? I don't really know. Like people aren't really on a collective same page. Well, there's not going to be as many people believing and holding coins within a certain sector, which is why last bull run, what went crazy? Gaming. Gaming went insanely nuts. And everybody thought that gaming was like the best narrative ever. So everyone held every gaming token and never sold them. And then that changed where everyone was like, okay, gaming sucks now. So now nobody's going to hold any gaming tokens. Same thing with AI, where like, dude, everyone thought like you couldn't even get anybody to sell their their AI tokens that were hitting billions of dollars in market cap. And now it's like nobody wants to hold. So like now everybody that's here is just a trader. Everybody, no, there's no believers, like there's no holders. And that's the problem. Like that's like specifically what is wrong with the space right now. Like um coins can only go up and the market can only do well if people are on like a very on the same page. You want to be a clipper for my content? Yeah, I could use clippers for sure. Why don't you join Kanto, my Discord, and why don't you tag me in public chat and we can take a look at it? Why do I always come on stream, say you get rinsed buying dips, and the next day later you size extremely into a dip on a mid-narrative coin? You know, that's a really good question. Because I'm trying to practice it. So, for example, there were certain levels of fib that I used to be able to buy very consistently. And these days, it's like when a coin runs, like let's say that a coin runs to like 30 million. I used to be able to confidently size in at 15 and then DCA down to 10, and then it would bounce to 20, and I would get like a 50, 60, or 70% return. I am like too used to doing that, and it's like muscle memory almost. Where now, if a coin goes to 30 million, that shit's dumping to 6 before it bounces. And it's like you just have to be so fucking patient for it. But yeah, I need to stop, honestly, because it's like there's no repetition in it at all. Like there's no pattern with buying dips anymore. Part of being a good trader is knowing when to trade and knowing when not to trade. I'm basically just doing this because I have nothing else to do. Like I don't really want to go do anything else, and I like making videos and I like being on Twitter and I like trading charts, and so I don't know. There's a lot of different things there, I guess. But very, very valid. Been seeing a lot of reports lately about wallets getting drained. I haven't seen anything like that. I keep all my money on a cold wallet anyway, so it doesn't matter. When do I think trust comes back into the market? Well, there needs to be money. And the thing is when back back when people were making a lot of money, people felt like they could make money. There needs to be a shift where people start feeling like they can make a lot of money again. Which is why Bonk has been doing well, because the coins on Bonk have been going crazier than other coins. So, like, it's not like we've never seen Pump.fun coins go to 30 or 40 million, but within this window of this past month, how many Pump.fun tokens have gone to 10 mil? One or two? How many Bonk tokens have gone to 10 mil? Like 10? And Useless is at 300 mil? Let's see what else. Bro said meme coin era end. No. Meme coins are not dead. They're not going anywhere. People love trading meme coins. It's all everything is all it comes in waves. Meme coins are doing much better than the rest of crypto. Yeah, 100%. That's the thing, is like, you got to think about it like that. People like to talk about how they're like, are meme coins dead or this or that? Like, people want like these things where they're like, is the market good? Are meme coins dead? Are NFTs dead? Like, are these things this? And it's like, it really does not matter, because there's money to be made in all of these different areas. Like, whether it is easier or harder that's a different conversation. But people that ask if meme coins are coming to an end just don't understand that, like, it's not just like, people like trading fungible tokens. They like trading things that have high return possibilities. And you have to think about it like this. What do people like trading in crypto the most? Coins or NFTs? Well, the answer is coins, because there's way more liquidity. There's a lot more everything. Like, coins, everybody wants to be trading coins. Okay. Do people trust companies to launch and pump tokens anymore? No. Okay. So that gets rid of almost everything that has utility. Great. So where does that leave us with? Fungible tokens that don't have to have a purpose. What is that? Meme coins. Like, shit coins. That's really it. Like, people don't want to have to say, is the team going to be announcing something this week? Is this happening? Is this like, you remember how, like, you would buy an NFT or something and people would be like, where's the wupdate from the team? Where are they going to pump the floor with this announcement? Like, dude, people do not want that shit anymore. Like, so yeah, that's like how that's been going, first of all. Let's see what else. Am I buying the ICO on Saturday? I am not. I'm not buying the Pump ICO. What is my opinion on Pump? I think it just depends on what is gonna happen with the airdrop, because they are either going to airdrop the traders and the devs, but it's like, are they only gonna airdrop people that used Pump.fun directly? Is it going to account Photon and Axiom and BullX, like in all the trading bots? So I don't really know. And then it just depends on, like, how hard are they going to pump it? Because if you compare Hyperliquid, for example, to Pump.fun, Hyperliquid, the people that were getting that airdrop, a lot of them already had money. The timing of that was way better, and there were no VCs. Whereas if you compare it to Pump.fun, like, a lot of the people that traded meme coins got wrecked. So if there is an airdrop, a lot of people are probably going to want to recoup some of whatever losses they had. Because I think we've seen statistics that most people, like, didn't make money in meme coins. And then the other thing is, how are those tokens going to be distributed? Yes, they are being unlocked immediately, but what happens, like, just because they're unlocked immediately doesn't mean that they're going to be distributed immediately. So I feel like there's, like, a lot of different things that come into play with the Pump.fun token there. So I don't really know how it goes. I'm not buying it. I'd rather play other tokens that are more established, because I really just have not, I don't think anybody's had. Think about the last time there was, like, a super hyped up token on Solana. What was it? It was Pengu. And Pengu opened at like 3 or 4 billion, and then it just dumped relentlessly for months and months and months, bottomed out, and then it pumped all the way back up. And so Pengu did give a lot of the token to NFT holders, and they airdropped a lot of money to a lot of people. And I like Pengu a lot, but that was the last hyped token that launched, and there was airdrops and everything, and it did not really perform well right off the bat. And so I think that people need to take that into account, because when Pengu also launched, the market was way, way better. You have to think about, like, is Bitcoin at all-time highs? Like, yeah, basically. Like, Bitcoin is crushing it right now. And sentiment is still very low. So you kind of need to think about that. Do I believe in useless flipping fart coin? I don't know. Good question. I don't really know. Actually, maybe. Useless is definitely the coin that I'm going to be paying the most attention to when Pump launches. If we can get a liquidity black hole event and useless goes down to 150, 140 mil or something like that, I would take the biggest bet that I've taken on a meme coin in months. I would ape 6 figures into that token at 150, 140 million. It went to like 190 last night. So yeah. If you're new this year and whatnot, it definitely might feel dead or strange, but this market overall has been strange even for the veterans. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that for sure. It has been weird. Why so bullish on useless? Because let's look at the chart. It's literally the best chart ever. You see this? Like, this is the best chart in crypto. And it hasn't had like a good retrace yet. And so the thing is if it goes from 300 mil and it dumps all the way down, like if Pump.fun token launches and this goes like, here and then like down, like down here, maybe that's too low. Let me redraw this. So kind of goes up, maybe hits all time high, and then boom, 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 and then holy shit. Dude is unloading all of his shitters, all of his dust. How is he even doing this all at once? Holy fuck. Fun fact, I had 1% of useless at like 18 million. Let's see what that would be worth now. 3 million? Look at how much I was aping into this at the time. 9K at 19.4 mil, 1700 at 16 mil, 1700, 18K at 19 mil, 17K at 15 mil, 1700 at 16. Like, look at how much money I fucking was throwing at this token. 18, 1700, 1700, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 17, 1700, 9K, 18K. This up here. Holy fuck, dude. Bro, I had like what was it? 70 or 80K in here at, let's just say, 18 mil. Maybe I didn't have 1%. I'd have to do more math. I had a fuck ton. That's all that mattered. That's all that matters. I had a lot. But I'll tell you this right now, I 1,000,000% would not have held all the way down to this. Like I would have capitulated that so hard. Do I think that Bonk can outperform the pump token? Well, I don't know. I know you're looking for clips, but that's kind of like a hard one. You feel like SPX is going to take off and be the runner and maybe start the trenches again? Well, SPX is on ETH, so I don't think it's really I don't think there's like really a way to relate the two because the trenches are on Solana. The SPX chart looks really good. The MOG chart looks really good. The fart coin chart really doesn't. It's like the weakest of all the big memes. Am I net positive the past 6 months? Yeah, because I bought the bottom of Solana with like mega size and I hit a 50% gain buying Solana from like 110 all the way down to 95 and sold all of it at an average of like 165. And I made like so much from that. And then I mentioned this earlier in stream, but if I hadn't taken the one XBT trade, I also would have been up pretty good on chain for the past couple of months. Ironically, the best trade that I made was buying a major capitulation dip within the market when the whole market looked like it was just completely fucking dead. SPX has wormholes on Sol. Well, yeah, but it's still an ETH meme. Do you owe taxes on losses? No. Do I care about mask? Not really. Wow, yeah, this is actually pumping pretty hard. 45 mil to 56 mil from the bottom this morning. I was sleeping when that happened. What was this pump? So this went 13 to like 18. Not bad. No, I'm not trading the pump token. Yeah, Houston, I don't think anybody's coming for your $30. Don't worry. You'll be fine. Tenders is dumping everything into all these little pumps. Yeah, so here's basically my plan. Useless, wait for dump when Pump.fun token launches. Buy that. In the meantime, I'm going to short other tokens. The tokens that I am looking at shorting are Launchcoin and Fartcoin. I will open a $50,000 short on Launchcoin the day that the Pump.fun token launches. It will literally go down 50% in one day. That to me is like, it's going to be incredible. This coin is going to dump to fucking 60 mil. This is one of the most market made charts in all of crypto right now. And anytime there's any sort of bad news, this is like an insta negative 50%. How do you tell if a token or chart is market made? Based on volume, based on certain sell-offs. Like if a coin is being sold off super hard, like I'll give you a perfect example. This was a very manipulated market made dump from 250 mil down to 77. Like I want you to look at this. These dumps, it was like, okay, 250 mil down to 183. All right, let's pump it a little bit. Dead. Down to 163. All right, it's a little bit. All right, dumped again. All right, let's see. Dumped again. Oh, okay, it's ranging a little bit. Dumped again. Oh, it's still ranging. Oh, dumped again. And it literally just dumps and dumps and dumps. And it's like this was purely like a leverage flush out. And then what do they do? Oh, okay, let's we dumped it all the way down to 77. Let's pump it back to 150, you know? Like wait, some charts aren't reliable? There's no reliability when it comes to charts. Like there's none of that. I don't know what you mean by reliable if you mean it in a different way, but no, there's no reliability. Can't believe this dumped so hard. Part of me wants to buy this, but the reason why this coin is not pumped is because nobody from the bonk team bought any. Yeah, I tried buying the dip on this. I don't know why I bought the dip so early. It was my fault. It's an interpretation. No, like Launchcoin is 1,000,000% market made. Hosiko is market made. Yeah. All the top bonk coins are market made for sure. Useless is 1,000,000% market made. Like, dude, there's no doubt in like at all. They are trying to keep this coin as high as possible for as long as possible. Hosiko is definitely market made. See how it's like pump? Okay, slowly dump. All right, blah, 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 blah. Pump. All right, down a little bit. All right, let's range. Pump. Okay, range, pump, pump. pump. You know what I mean? It's like you can just see when they're injecting these massive amounts of money into the chart. Do I track the market makers? I mean, sometimes. Market made is those huge green pumps up to the next level like peanut. That's not what that means. Like when a coin is market made, that means there are algorithms, there are programs, there are people that are way smarter than you or me or anybody else, and what they do is they look at how much of the token is held by people or it's bundled or whatever, and they say, okay, we're going to pump this here, and then people are going to chase volume, and then we're going to sell, and we're going to, they basically just manipulate the chart in the way that it makes the most sense for them to um, push the chart in the direction that they want it to go, while also making money on it. Also, market makers are big because what will happen is, for example, uh, if a coin like whatever, useless, they open longs and then they say, we're going to pump $3 million into the chart. And then they cash out on longs and they're making money, and then they open shorts and then they dump and then they make money on the way down too. Here's a great example of a market made coin. This is the TikTok Deji coin or whatever that went from 5 million all the way to 83 million, and then it dumped down to 30 million or even lower, like 20 million. So it went from 80 to 20, and then it pumped all the way back to 60, dumped, and now it's just like rain. Like this is a market made chart. Is it what most trenchers referred to as cabal? No, market makers and cabal is like not the same. Do I trench daily? Yeah, I've traded literally every day for the past 5 years. Swifty, I don't know what this is, but I'm going to look at it. Is there a new one? Damn, this has so much volume. Oh, somebody launched a new one because they're trying to make this the one. They want to flip the scam one. I like narratives like that, actually. Old one is a scam? Yeah, it is. But the thing is, though, is like the other one is definitely a supply controlled, like market made token. But at the same time, like you can't really like knock it, because I saw people on TikTok that got clearly paid to shill the token at 5 mil, and it did run to like 80 mil. So it's actually, you can say what you want about it, but they did go out and they did hire people to shill this token. And I saw TikTokers that were like, oh my God, it's related to Trump. And I saw it at like 15 mil, and it did run. They did pump it. They pumped it to 90 mil or whatever. You just had to not be greedy. I'm not defending them, by the way. I'm just saying that like the token was still highly profitable from when I saw it. What's my opinion on the pump airdrop? Well, I've mentioned it 3 times on this stream. And I also made a video on my Twitter about it as well. But basically, my opinion is that it just depends on how they distribute the airdrop. And I'm not going to buy the token, but I'm going to short other stuff. You're good. You're good. I know people pull up at different times. But yeah, I'm just going to short other tokens and then I'm going to buy. Why didn't I stream on Pump.fun? Because I. Didn't I just click this? I didn't stream on Pump.fun because I didn't want to launch a token. Interesting. Is Cooker the only one trenching today? Like, what's going on? Who is Coyote? I don't know who that is. Sorry about that. Yeah. Did you guys see this launch like last night? Yeah, I don't know what this poop coin is. This is just some scam. Yeah, I'm not touching that. I'm really not buying much unless it's like a very obvious entry on something because I just don't want to get stuck in coins. Because the thing is, like, if you buy a coin right now, if you ape into some chart or whatever, and you like, for example, if you don't get a good entry and then a new coin comes out like randomly, you're gonna get stuck in a coin. Why don't I have bunk coins filtered? I'm not really filtering things. New bunk coins like rarely even do well anyway. There's been like a handful of them that have actually done well. Yeah, why did this pump? Hmm. Yeah, I really want to wait for there to be. I want to wait um for the pump token to launch before I start buying other things. Why don't I mask? Because I don't want to buy that token. There's like no attention on that coin at all. It was hot for like a week. Yeah, this would have been a nice 9:30. Damn, it's been pumping like all day. Jeez, dude. They are pumping the fuck out of this coin. No, I'm not interested in mask. I don't know why you keep asking about it. Mask was cool for like a month or like a week. Sorry, I'm like typing other things and looking up stuff. That's my bad. Streamers not being entertaining. Should you buy Pump? I don't know. It depends if you're bullish on Pump coin or not. Do you think we're gonna see anything like the Trump pump again? Yeah, eventually. I don't know what it's gonna be or what it's gonna look like, but yeah. What market cap will Pump spawn? I have no idea, and I'm not even gonna guess. Why do I never trade when I'm streaming? Because I only trade when I see good opportunities, and I'm not just gonna buy coins on stream just because I'm streaming. Like most of this stuff sucks. What if Elon is acquiring Launch? That way, Pump as its own tweet to launch platform. They don't need to acquire Launch. Are people shorting when you long? I don't know what that means. There's always people longing and shorting coins. What if this is the next Trump? Like somehow the stars align and it runs to 40 billion? Uh, Trump pumped because it had 80% of the token that was locked up. And it was literally the president of the United States, the most popular person on the planet. And it was his official meme coin at the top of meme coin season. I mean, you guys got to think about it like this. The total market cap of Solana is like 80 billion or something. So Pump.fun is probably not going to open up at or go like be half of what Solana is. Might be closer to what Jupiter is, potentially. We need a JD Vance coin. What about a long on Bonk? I'm not longing anything on Solana until the Pump.fun coin drops. I have no idea what the Pump.fun airdrop is going to look like, but it's not going to be as big as people think that it is, honestly. People are just, they think that it's going to be way bigger. We have a JD coin? No, I'm talking about a real one. Interview with Thread Guy says to long bonk. Okay, well, let's think about this together. If you know that the biggest planned liquidity suck event token of all time is launching, where there is going to be $600 million worth of tokens that the public is going to be buying on the Pump.fun token, and the token is going to be launching soon. Why would you long anything going into that when everything is going to dump? Yeah, I'm like kind of on a trading break too. Like I am and I'm not. What do I think about stock coin? I'm still tracking it, but I don't really know. I'm not gonna buy it. This would have done really well like 2 months ago. Axiom or TradingView, there's two completely different platforms. You can't trade tokens on TradingView. Thoughts on Chill House? No thoughts. I'm just going to put out a blanket statement right now. I am not interested in almost everything that is on the market, knowing that the Pump.fun token is going to be coming out in the next, like, so here's the thing. Let me ask you all a question. Do you think that liquidity is stretched thin right now in the trenches? Yes or no? Okay. Let's assume that you guys say yes, right? You say yes. Pump.fun is raising $600 million publicly. Where do you think that money is coming from? It's coming from people like you, coming from people like me. It's coming from everybody. So there is going to be 600 million of the stretched liquidity dollars that we already have that are going into this token sale. And so when people are asking me, like, what do you think about this coin? What do I think about that coin? I think that $600 million is going into the Pump.fun token. That money is not just spawning out of nowhere. People are going to sell their shit coins that they're in to ape the sale. They're going to take money that they would have been aping into some of these other shit coins and they're going to ape it into the sale. And then there's other people that are going to just sell tokens because they're not going to buy they're going to sell their shit coins because they're not going to buy the Pump.fun token in the sale, but they're going to buy it on secondary. They want to be liquid and they want to be prepared. I don't think that people understand that, like, Pump.fun basically gave you a 3-day heads up to get out of most of your positions before $600 million goes into the pump fund pre-sale? My best day trading, Trump day. Trump coin. Oops. Sorry. And also, by the way, when I mentioned that whole thing about the pump token and whatever, like I could be wrong. Like maybe the whole market doesn't crash. I'm just thinking about it logically. Like if you're somebody who already is trading the market and you know how whenever a new token comes out and it gets $1 million in volume, every other token dumps just because everyone's attention shifts away to a brand new shitter that's at $1 million market cap or whatever. Wow, they really pump this up. So then you say, okay, well this token is not going to launch at a Believe app token. Nice. How the fuck did this guy get tokens? I hate the thought of buying a new Believe app launch because they are all rugs. Can I give tips on how to grow a small port? Uh, Try to make as much money in crypto as you can without taking a lot of risk. Like, I don't know, there's like scalping high cap coins. How much did I profit from Trump? A lot. I did really well on Trump. If I was starting a new wallet and I only had like 10 soul, I would just only scalp higher cap coins. And what I would do is I would just like wait for dumps on coins that I thought were going to go up. And then I would just sit in them and I would try to get 20 or 30 or 40 or 50% on every trade. And I would take time to do that. Wow, this Latouche guy just sold literally right before the pump. Don't you hate when that happens? I literally did that last night. I was gonna fucking lose my mind. Literally was gonna lose my shit. What about a 3 soul port? Same thing. Just ape into bigger coins that aren't gonna go to zero and just get a good entry on something and catch like 20 or 30 or 40%. And if it takes a day or 2 days or 3 days for the coin to do well, then so be it. If you don't have a good, like in this market, if you don't have a large port, you have to be super patient and realize it's probably going to take you like, if you want to safely do it, it's going to take you like a month or two or 3 or 4. But I wouldn't even touch anything under 1 million market cap because you're just going to lose it all. And that's like unpopular advice. Not even catching new runners with small sizing, you're gonna wreck your port doing that. Unless you're very, very patient and you just so happen to catch like one of the few runners that actually go like insane. Is 20K considered low port? 20K is a very sizable portfolio. I'm watching this other streamer. I swear, dude, this guy literally just he will buy a token and sell it within like 3 seconds. This guy literally is just like in and out of tokens so fast. And the thing is like his stream has a delay, so by the time he buys and sells, like he's probably not even in the coin anymore by the time people on stream see it. So my group doesn't focus on new launch entries. No, we do. We look for all the new tokens. I'm just saying that I only bid new tokens that I think are good. Like a new token has to be like solid. The highest risk that you have is buying a brand new token because it's the most likely to go to zero. My group is actually insane at finding new coins because there's like a bunch of people in there that are locked in really hard. But look, this is a good example. Like this coin is literally rugging in full time. There were chances to make money on this though, but it's a Believe app launch, so I never would have bought it. How to make $50 easily each day? Just get good entries on tokens and take quick profit. It all depends like from person to person. I kind of want to try that one day, just like buy and instantly sell like hundreds of tokens a day and see like how that goes. Bro, this Swifty guy, you're an idiot. I literally, bro, you want to know what's so funny? So like all I said was that I was watching this guy who buys and sells tokens so fast that his chat probably doesn't even see it. And then this Swifty guy that's in my chat goes, Ash Robin, in his chat, we're talking about how he's throwing shade at you in your chat and how you have hella wallets and dump quick. That is literally not what I said at all. I never said anything about his wallets. I didn't say anything about him dumping on anybody. I quite literally said that he buys tokens very fast and that his stream is probably because like all streams are delayed. So by the time he even sells, like he's already out of tokens before people on his stream even see it. Like I literally just said that. Like that is the most retarded thing for you to have said. Because you quite literally just like twisted words that I did not even say. Like I'm literally looking at this guy like making shit up in some other guy's chat. Like you guys heard that, right? Like everything that I just said. And that's not even just to him. Like there are people like I watch Cupsy stream too. And he actually it's this, he trades in and out of coins so quick. But one thing that I will say is that Cupsy has been trying to let coins run harder. And I respect the fuck out of that because I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but there have been like certain coins that like he notices have a good narrative. And so he'll hold it like longer than he normally would. That actually was a very funny situation that just happened. I watch Cupsy stream quite often, actually, too. I actually can't believe that that guy just said that. What an idiot. Clip that? Yeah, I should. Do I think this will be around for another 5 years? Yeah. Crypto's going to be around for like a very long time. What do you mean? Soul's pumping. Man, this is so rough. This coin literally can't hit. This coin can't even hit 1 million. Yeah, Prometheus, that was very funny. Because I was literally I'm looking at like Cupsy stream. And dude, he is also like he trades in and out of tokens so fast. Oh fuck, dude, look at that. Bitcoin's actually about, dude, Bitcoin might break out. It's retested it what? How many times is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth, wait, sixth? This is like the sixth retest. Wow. This is actually gonna hit. Wow, this is nuts. Bitcoin is actually mooning super hard. Wow, I didn't know I lost money on this coin. Good for me. Yeah, this is cooked too. Yeah, Mog is pumping. Lots of coins are pumping. Market looks good. Can't even lie about it. When did I start Kanto? Like 4 years ago. Started as like an NFT group. All right, guys, I'm getting off. I'm going to go do some stuff. Bitcoin is cranking 110K. GG's. Yeah, I'm tired. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll be streaming again when I hop on again. But thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. And yeah, I'm going to hop off and I'll see you guys later. I'll see you when I see it. Yeah, I'm not really good at like keeping a good consistent stream schedule, if I'm being honest. I've been like, I don't know. I've had